this shows up a little bit better. I got a little funny light showing through, but you can still see. Okay, auxiliary view of the anchor lug. Now I'm not going to draw all this one, but I'm going to draw just enough to show you how to get started, and then you're going to go make sure that you make it look like the finished product. Okay, in this one, you are given the full frontal plane, the frontal view here, the front view, and you're only given partial of the horizontal at the top. And then we need to get the profile view, which is going to be completely auxiliary, so it's going to be coming off of here. And our line of sight, the line that we're using to reference everything off, is going to be this angled line right here, so that's why it's there. So I've given you a couple of things to help. Like, I've given you an idea of what it should look like down here. You're just going to have to finish it. And so let's go ahead and finish drawing that horizontal one. Again, everything is nice and light. Nothing is dark right now. So, okay. So I know the arc is going to end there. There's my center. Here's my points for those two little inside circles. There's that hidden line. And if I start aligning things up, see how they start to line up for different parts, but I've given you partial. Okay, so looking at the example of what it's supposed to end up looking like, I see here that it's circular, so it becomes actual ellipse because it's on angle. So essentially this is cut at an angle, so that top view, when you're looking at the strict horizontal top view, it's going to become elliptical. So I know that part. And the next part, and I am just going to kind of looks like a cyclops eye, if you want to call it that. And then you finish your hidden line thread. So those lines, they all, if you project them up, they all match up to something here in that top view. Now, I'm actually going to erase these construction projection lines right in here because I don't want to get them confused here with what I am fixing to start doing to draw the auxiliary view of it. Again, it's easier. Take that paper. This is why I hate having to use this tape. This is why you use the drafting tape and not this. It sticks to freaking everything. Okay, there we go. So got it up. So now I'm going to use this. See how I'm lining it up? That line of sight line. That's on the view that we need to draw. Get some tape and put it in my corners and tape it down. And now let's start. So now I need to draw my lines perpendicular here to the edge. So I'm going to draw those up. Center line's already given for you. If it lines up to anything over here, I'm going to just go ahead and draw it up. Okay, so I projected all those over. How the heck am I going to find out exactly what's the size of the circle? How do I know what the circle is? How am I going to do those kind of things? Well, your good old trusty friend, the divider. I'm going to come up here, find out what that overall width of it is here. Or, yeah. Mark it with my pencil. So I'm measuring from that center point. Oops, I got, oof, that looks horrible. Always check to make sure. Sometimes your divider moves on you a little bit. Okay, there we go. So I know that's my overall width, depth. Okay, what do I need to do now? Well, now I need to draw a circle. Compass. Points. doesn't quite go together. There we go. So there's that arc for that part. You can repeat the process again for that. Using your compass, I'm going to use one of my templates because I can line up the center lines here, here, here. And I can draw it quicker with that than I can trying to draw. You can even use that if you wanted to find. See, it almost matches, but not quite, so I had to use the compass. Now, how do I finish drawing? How do I find those parts? Okay, so I'm looking for the cutout part of it, the back end part of it. How do I find that? Where is that? So I look here in this view, and I can look and see where does it come from. Let's see, where do you think it comes from? Very good. If you pay attention to those hidden lines that are over here, that's telling us that there's a cutout up here that we can't see from this view that we need to know is there. So I know that length, that cutout is going to be somewhere on this line. Divider. Find out what that size of that cutout is, right? Make sure it's about the same on both sides. So, how do I know what it ends up to? So now I'll repeat that process. Divider and the measurement for the corner. Mark. Find that measurement. Mark. You next together and look something like that. So the actual true size profile view of this is that's what it looks like. So here is your front, your horizontal top, your frontal view, and your auxiliary, which in this case is going to be your profile view. So now all you would need to do is go in and darken and make it look right. Go in and do some of the dimensions, so actually draw them out and dimension it, find out what they are. I'm not going to tell you what they are, you're going to have to figure it out. Finish your title block and finish your lettering.